Hello, my name is Brian D. Barton, and I would like to welcome you to this Wednesday's edition of The Word is Your Stage, where you control the outcome. Now, I know we all know someone who claims to not be a morning person. In fact, the snooze button may even be our own best friend when it comes to getting up in the morning. We know people who claim to be groggy in the morning who may not feel like getting up, but we must ask ourselves certain questions. What does this mean in terms of our successes? When you wake up in the morning, what do? Do you roll over in bed? Do you press the snooze button? Or do you get up? Do you work out in the morning? Do you fix yourself a nice breakfast? Do you pray? Or do you just wake up with a healthy attitude? And see, the reason why I ask you this is because we all have times in which we do not want to get up. We all have times in which the bed seems more comfortable than starting our day on a good note. And it becomes necessary to recognize this because it does have an effect on how our day starts off. It has an effect on how we go about our day-to-day lives. And so really what I want to say to you is we have to get up. It's about how we start. And it's not just necessarily about how our morning starts, but it's about having a kickstart in our lives. See, if we really pay close attention, our successes are oftentimes predicated on how we begin something. Our work week may be predicated on how we begin our Mondays. Our Mondays may be based on how we start off that day, how we wake up, how our attitude is, because it reflects upon us and it extends to other people. So we must be conscious of our starts. We may not be morning people, but it doesn't mean that we have to take our attitudes, our work ethics, our effort out on other people, out on our jobs. Because in order for us to be successful, in order for us to be 100% into everything that we do, we have to start on a good note. It's just like a track runner. In order for him to finish strong, it all begins with the start. It all begins with how he gets out of the blocks. It all begins of how you start the race. They have pace setters, and sometimes when you pace yourself ahead of the pack, you have the momentum to get you forward through the end. And so I challenge you, when you think you can't get up, or when you think your attitude may not be conducive for mornings, I challenge you to change that. I challenge you to wake up. I challenge you to not hit that snooze button. I challenge you to do something different. If it's getting up to exercise, to wake you up. If it's getting a nice healthy breakfast in you, to get that nutrition. If it's praying, or even if it's just saying today is going to be the day in which I do something great. That's all I ask of. Because our successes, it begins on how we start out. The end of the race is a lot of times based on how we get out of the blocks. So what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to keep hitting that snooze button? Is it going to continue to be your best friend? Or are you going to pull the covers away? Are you going to get up? And are you going to start your week? Are you going to start your day? Are you going to start the task at hand on a good note? Because the only person on that stage is us. There's people watching us every single day. They feeding off of us. They get something from our energy. If we go into a work environment with a bad attitude, if we go into the field with a bad attitude, even around our household, if we walk around groggy, like the world is against us, it feeds into other people. So control your stage, control the atmosphere of your stage, and control your opening statement that you make to the world. Because the world is your stage. And you control the outcome, and you definitely control your attitude. God bless you.